Hello friends, welcome back to i-TUTOR NCERT series. Today we are going to discuss Class 8 Geography NCERT Chapter 5 Industries. So we know the primary activity or the primary sector is consists of agriculture. So here we are starting with the secondary activity, okay, or the manufacturing activity. Look at this. Secondary activities or manufacturing change raw materials into products of more value to the people. Okay, so what is secondary activity? They are the manufacturing sector and they change the raw material into products. Okay, so this product have more value. As you have seen, pulp was changed into paper and paper into a notebook. This represents the two stages of manufacturing process. The paper made from pulp and cloth made from cotton have had value added to them at each stage of manufacturing process. In this way, the finished product has more value and utility than the raw material that is it is made from. Okay, so in the finished products has more value. We know the finished products has more value and utility than the raw materials that it is made from. Industry refers to an economic activity that is concerned with production of goods, extraction of minerals, or the provision of services. Thus, we have iron and steel industry, that is production of goods, coal mining industry, that is extraction of coal, and the tourism industry, that is sector provider. Now, classification of industries. Industries can be classified on the basis of raw materials, size, and ownership. Okay, so the industries can be classified on the basis of three components. First one is raw materials, then size and ownership. First, raw materials. Industries may be agro-based, mineral-based, marine-based and forest-based. Okay, so according to the raw materials, industries can be classified into three types. First one is raw materials, second one is size and ownership. Now, the industries may be agro-based, mineral-based and marine-based on depending on the raw materials. Okay, so second one is agro-based. They use plant and animal-based product as their raw material. Okay, so agro-based industries use plant or animal-based products as the raw materials. Food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textiles, dairy products and leather industries are example of agro-based industries. So these are the example for agro-based industries. So we classified industries into industries on the basis of raw materials, size and ownership. Okay, on the basis of raw materials, the industries are of agro-based, mineral-based, marine-based and forest-based. The first one, agro-based, is those industries which use plant and animal-based product as their raw material. Example, food processing, vegetable oil, cotton textiles, dairy products. Okay. Now, second one is mineral-based industries. They are primary industries that use mineral ores as their raw material. Okay, so they use mineral ores as the raw material. Next one is size. It refers to the amount of capital invested, number of people employed and the volume of production. Okay, so the size refers to the amount of capital invested, number of people employed and the volume of production. Based on the size, industries can be classified into small scale and large scale industries. Cottage or household industries are a type of small scale industry where the products are manufactured by hand or by artisans. Okay, so based on the size, industries are two types. First one is small scale industries and second one is large scale industries. Cottage or household industries are a type of small scale industries. Okay, so this is example for small scale industries. And when the products are manufactured by hand or by the artisans. Okay, in household industry or in small scale industry, the products are manufactured by hand or by artisans. Basket weaving, pottery and other handicraft are example of cottage industry. So basket weaving, pottery and other handicraft, these are example of cottage industry. Small scale industries use a lesser amount of capital and technology as compared to large scale industries that produce large volumes of products. Okay, so Compared to the large scale industries, the small scale industries use lesser amount of capital and technology. Investment of capital is higher and the technology used is superior in large scale industries. Silk weaving and food processing industries are small scale industries production. Now, production of automobiles and heavy machinery are large scale industries. Okay, so we already discussed about the small scale industry. Example, silk weaving and food processing. So these are example for small scale industries. But the production of automobiles and heavy machinery, these are included in the large scale industries. So that's about the size. Next one is ownership. Industries can be classified into private sector, state owned or public sector, and joint sector and cooperative sector. So based on the ownership, industries can be classified into first one private sector, now state owned or public sector, joint sector and cooperative sector. First one is private sector. These are owned and operated by individuals or a group of individuals. Okay, so that is private sector industries. The public sector industries are owned and operated by the government, such as Hindustan Aeronautic Limited. Okay, so that is the example for public sector industries. The product of these industries feed other industries. Iron made from iron ore is the product of mineral-based industry. This is used as raw material for the manufacture of a number of products such as heavy machinery, building material and railway coaches. Now, marine-based industries. Marine-based industries use products from the sea and ocean as raw material. Okay, so they use products from the sea and ocean as the raw material. Industries Processing and Steel Authority of India Limited. Now, joint sector industries. They are owned and operated by the state and individuals or a group of individuals. Maruti Udyog Limited is an example of joint sector industry. Okay, so what are joint sector industries? They are owned and operated by state and individual or a group of individual. Okay, so it's mixed with the state and individual. Now, example Maruti Udyog Limited. Now, cooperative sector. These are industries. They are owned and operated by the producers or suppliers of raw materials, workers or both. Okay, so these industries are operated or operated by the producers or suppliers and workers or both. Okay, example Amul and Sudha Dairy. Okay, now factors affecting location of industries. The factors affecting the location of industries are the availability of raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport and market. Okay, so these are the factors which are affecting the location of an industry. Which are they? First one, the availability of raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport and market. Industries are situated where some or all these factors are easily available. Sometimes the government provides incentives like subsidized power, lower transport cost and other infrastructure so that industries may be located in backward areas. Industrialization often leads to development and growth of towns and cities. Now, industrial system. An industrial system consists of inputs, processes and outputs. The inputs are the raw materials, labor and cost of land, transport, power and other infrastructure. Okay, so these are the inputs. First one is raw material, labor, cost of land, transport, power and other infrastructure. The process includes a wide range of activities that convert the raw material into finished products. The outputs are the end product and the income earned from it. So this is the output. What is the output? Output is the end product and the income earned from that end product. In case of textile industry, the input may be cotton, human labor, factory and transport cost. Okay, so these are the inputs in a textile industry and the process are ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing and printing and the output is the shirt. Okay, so this is an example of the industrial system. First one, there are three methods. First one, the input method, then the processing method, and final one is the output method. In the textile industry, the cotton, human labor, factory and transport cost. This is the input methods, or these are the inputs, and the processes including ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing and printing, and the output is the shirt you wear. Now, industrial regions. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries located close to each other and share the benefit of the closeness. Major industrial regions of the world are Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe and Eastern Asia. So these are the major industrial regions of the world. First one is Eastern North America, Western and Central Europe, Eastern Europe and Eastern Asia. Major industrial regions tend to be located in the temperate areas near seaports and especially near coal fields. Okay, so this is the main location, okay, of major industries. Where are they? First one is the temperate areas, then near seaports and near coal fields. India has several industrial regions like Mumbai, Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, Ahmedabad Baroda region, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, Visakhapatnam Guntur belt, Gurgaon Delhi Meerut region, then Kollam Trivandrum industrial cluster. So these are some of the industrial regions in India. Now, distribution of major industries. The world's major industries are the iron and steel industry, the textile industry and the information technology industry, that is IT industry. So these are the major industries of the world. First one is iron and steel industry, then the textile industry and the IT field or IT industry. The iron and steel and textile industry are the older industries, while information technology is an emerging industry. The countries in which iron and steel industry is located are Germany, USA, China, Japan and Russia. So these are the countries where iron industries and steel industries are located. Textile industry is concentrated in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan and Taiwan. The major hubs of information technology or information industry are the main Silicon Valley of Central California and the Bangalore region of India. Okay, so in India, the Bangalore region is one of the major hubs for information technology industry. Now, moving forward, iron and steel industry. Like other industries, iron and steel industry too comprise various inputs, processes and outputs. This is a feeder industry whose products are used as raw material for other industries. The inputs for the industry include raw materials such as iron ore, coal and limestone along with labor, capital, site and other infrastructure. Okay, so these are the raw materials for iron and steel industry. The iron ore, coal, limestone, then labor, capital, site and other infrastructure. Now, what is the process? This is the input. Okay, now what is the process? The process of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. The raw material is put in the blast furnace where it undergoes melting. Then it is then refined. The output obtained is steel, which may be used by other industries as raw material. Okay, so the process is converting iron ore into steel, and that involves many stages. The raw material first put in the blast furnace, then it undergoes melting, then it is then refined, and the output, that is steel, which again used for many other industries as raw material. Now, steel is tough and it can easily be shaped, cut or made into wire. Special alloy of steel can be made by adding small amounts of other metals such as aluminium, nickel, copper. Alloys give steel unusual hardness, toughness or ability to resist rust. Steel is often called the backbone of modern industry. So that's why the steel is known as backbone of modern industry, because the alloys give steel an unusual hardness, toughness or ability to resist rust. Now, almost everything we use is either made of iron or steel, or has been made with the tools and machinery of these metals. Ships, trains, trucks and autos are made largely of steel. Even the safety pins and the needles you use are made from steel. Oil wells are drilled with steel machinery. Steel pipelines transport oil. Minerals are mined with steel equipment. Farm machines are mostly steel. Large buildings have steel framework. Before 1800 AD, iron and steel industry was located where raw materials, power supply, and running water were easily available. Okay, so before 1800 AD, the iron and steel industry were located in the mainly because of the availability of raw material, power supply, and running water. But later, the ideal location for the industry was near coal fields and close to canals and railways. After 1950, iron and steel industry began to be located on large areas of flat land near seaports. This is because by this time steel works had been very large and iron ore had to be imported from overseas. In India, iron and steel industries has developed taking advantage of raw materials, cheap labor, transport and market. All the important steel product centers such as Bhilai, Durgapur, Burnpur, Jamshedpur, Rourkela, Bokaro, these are situated in the regions that spread over 4 states, that is West Bengal, Jharkhand, Odisha and Chhattisgarh. Bhadravati and Vijayanagar in Karnataka and Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Salem in Tamil Nadu are the other important steel centers using these local resources. Okay, so other examples are Bhadravati and Vijayanagar in Karnataka, Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh, Salem in Tamil Nadu. Example. Okay. Now, Jamshedpur. Before 1947, there was only one iron and steel plant in the country, that is Tata Iron and Steel Company Limited, TISCO. It was privately owned. After independence, the government took the initiative and set up several iron and steel plants. TISCO was started in 1907 at Sakchi near confluence of the river Subarnarekha and Kharkai in Jharkhand. Later on, Sakchi was renamed as Jamshedpur. Geographically, Jamshedpur is most conveniently situated iron and steel center in the country. Now, Sakchi was chosen to set up the steel plant for several reasons. This place was only 32 kilometers away from the Kalimati station on the Bengal-Nagpur railway line. It was close to the iron ore, coal and manganese deposit as well as to Kolkata, which provide large market. Now, TISCO gets coal from Jharia coalfields and iron ore, limestone, dolomite and manganese from Odisha and Chhattisgarh. The Kharkai and Subarnarekha rivers ensure sufficient water supply. Okay, so these are the rivers which give sufficient water supply for the TISCO. Government initiatives provided adequate capital for its later development. In Jamshedpur, several other industrial plants were set up after TISCO. They produce chemicals, locomotive parts, agriculture equipments, machinery, tin plate, cable and wires, etc. The development of the iron and steel industry opened the doors to rapid industrial development in India. Almost all sectors of the Indian industry depend heavily on the iron and steel industry. The Indian iron and steel industry consists of large integrated steel plants as well as mini steel mills. It also includes secondary producers, rolling mills and ancillary industries. Now, Pittsburgh. It is an important steel city of the United States of America. The steel industry at Pittsburgh enjoys locational advantages. Some of the raw materials such as coal is available locally, while the iron ore comes from the iron mines at Minnesota about 1500 kilometers from Pittsburgh. Between these mines and Pittsburgh is one of the world's best route for shipping ore cheaply, the famous Great Lakes Waterway. Okay, so why Pittsburgh are important? Because the steel plants in Pittsburgh enjoy many locational advantages. First one is the raw material such as coal is available locally. Now, the iron ore comes from the iron mines of Minnesota, that is about 1500 kilometers from Pittsburgh. And between these two mines, the world's best routes for shipping ore cheaply, that is the famous Great Lakes Waterway. Trains carry the ore from Great Lakes to the Pittsburgh area. The Ohio, Monongahela and Allegheny, these rivers provide adequate water supply. Okay, so these rivers provide the water supply for Pittsburgh. Today, very few of the large steel mills are in Pittsburgh itself. They are located in the valley of Monongahela and Allegheny rivers, above Pittsburgh and along the Ohio River below it. Finished steel is transported to the market by both land and water routes. The Pittsburgh area has many factories other than steel mills. These use steel as their raw materials to make many different products such as rail and road equipments, heavy machinery and rails. Okay. Now, cotton textile industry. Weaving cloth from yarn is an ancient art. Cotton, wool, silk, jute, flax, these have been used for making clothes. The textile industry can be divided on the basis of raw materials used in them. Fibers are the raw materials of textile industries. Fibers can be natural or man-made. Natural fibers are obtained from the wool, silk, cotton, linen, and jute. Man-made fibers include nylon, polyester, acrylic, and rayon. The cotton textile industry is one of the oldest industries in the world. Till the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, cotton cloth was made using hand spinning techniques, that is using wheels and looms. In 18th century, power looms facilitated the development of cotton textile industry, first in Britain and later in the other parts of the world. Today, India, China, Japan and the USA are important producers of cotton textiles. Okay, so the Industrial Revolution causes for the increasing production of cotton, increasing production of textile industry. Now, India has a glorious tradition of producing excellent quality of cotton textiles. Before the British rule, Indian handspins and hand-woven cloth already had a wide market. The muslins of Dhaka, chins of Masulipatanam, calicos of Calicut, and gold wrought cotton of Burnapur, Surat, and Vadodara were known worldwide. But the production of hand-woven cloth cotton textile was expensive and time consuming. Hence, traditional cotton textile industries could not face the competition from the new textile mills of the West, which produces cheap and good quality fabric through mechanized industrial units. Okay, that is because of the Industrial Revolution. The first successful mechanized textile mill was established in Mumbai in 1854. The warm, moist climate, a port for importing machinery, availability of raw material and skilled labor resulted in rapid expansion of the industry in this region. Initially, this industry flourished in the states of Maharashtra and Gujarat because of favorable humid climate. But today, humidity can be created artificially and raw cotton is pure and not weight-losing raw material. So, this industry has spread to the other parts of India. Coimbatore, Kanpur, Chennai, Ahmedabad, Mumbai, Kolkata, Ludhiana, Pondicherry, and Panipat. These are some other important centers. First one, Ahmedabad. It is located in Gujarat on the banks of Sabarmati River. The first mill was established in 1859. It soon became the second largest textile city of India. The first one is Mumbai. Okay, so this is the second largest textile city of India after Mumbai. Ahmedabad was therefore often referred to as the Manchester of India. So, Ahmedabad is referred as the Manchester of India. Favorable locational factors were responsible for the development of textile industry in Ahmedabad. It is situated very close to cotton growing area. So, the first point is it is situated very close to the cotton growing area. This ensures the easy availability of raw material. Okay, so it's very easy to avail the raw materials from this area. Now, second one is the climate is ideal for spinning and weaving. The flat terrain and easy availability of land is suitable for the establishment of the mills. The densely populated states of Gujarat and Maharashtra provide both skilled and semi-skilled laborers. So these are the advantages of Ahmedabad. Now, well-developed road and railway network permits easy transportation of textile to different parts of the country, thus providing easy access to the market. Mumbai port nearby facilitated import of machinery and export of cotton textiles. But in recent years, Ahmedabad textile mills have been having some problems. Several textile mills have closed down. This is primarily due to the emergence of new textile centers in the country as well as the non-upgradation of machines and technology in the mills of Ahmedabad. Next one is Osaka. It is an important textile center of the Japan and it is also known as the Manchester of Japan. Ahmedabad is known as the Manchester of India and Osaka is known as the Manchester of Japan. The textile industry developed in Osaka due to several geographical factors. The extensive plain around Osaka ensured that the land was easily available for the growth of cotton mills. Warm, humid climate. So the climate is warm and humid. The warm, humid climate is well suited to spinning and weaving. The river Yodo provides sufficient water for the mills. Labor is easily available. Location of port facilities, import of raw cotton and export of textiles. The textile industry at Osaka depends completely upon imported raw materials. Cotton is imported from Egypt, India, China and USA. And the finished product is mostly exported and has a good market due to the good quality and a low price. Though it is one of the important textile cities in the country, of late the cotton textile industry of Osaka has been replaced by other industries such as iron and steel, machinery, shipbuilding, automobiles, electrical equipment and cement. Okay. Now, information technology or the IT industry. The information technology industry deals in the storage, processing and distribution of information. Okay, so they deals with the storage, processing and distribution of information. Today, this industry has become the global. This is due to the series of technological, political and socio-economic events. The main factor guiding the location of these industries are resource availability, cost and infrastructure, etc. Now, the major hubs of the IT industry are the Silicon Valley in California and Bengaluru in India. So these are the main hub of IT industry. Silicon Valley of California and Bengaluru in India. Bengaluru is located on the Deccan Plateau, from where it gets the name Silicon Plateau. Okay, so that's why the Bengaluru is also known as Silicon Plateau. The city is known for its mild climate throughout the year. Silicon Valley is a part of Santa Clara Valley, located next to the Rocky Mountains of North America. The area has temperate climate with the temperature rarely dropping below 0 degrees centigrade. The locational advantages of the Silicon Plateau, Bengaluru and Silicon Valley, California are discussed on the next. Now, there are other emerging information technology hubs in metropolitan cities. Example, Mumbai, New Delhi, Hyderabad and Chennai. Okay, so these are emerging metropolitan cities. So the emerging information technology hubs in India are Mumbai, New Delhi, Hyderabad and Chennai. Now, other cities such as Gurgaon, Pune, Trivandrum, Kochi and Chandigarh are also important centers of the IT industry. However, Bengaluru has always had a unique advantage as a city with highest availability of middle and top management talent. Okay, so that's about the information technology. The chapter is over. If you have any comments, if you have any doubts, please comment below. For more videos, do like, share, subscribe.